Hello, my name is James Morrell, and I'm the manager of planning for NFTA. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you today regarding public transit and its relationship to the sharing economy. You know, it was interesting that when I read the topic of the presentation, the sharing economy, and I started to think that historically, public transit has basically played a big role in the sharing economy from the beginning. A lot of people didn't own private cars and public transit was used. So I just tried to think of how public transit has played a big role in that, and that transit is basically the original shared public access to transit and mobility. Also, what I think is important is that right now, in this day and time, that you have a group of individuals, there's a demographic, which is, I guess it's called the millennial group, those individuals that are 18 to 30, that are less dependent upon the use of a private vehicle. And this is where using car share and bike share and the use of public transit, I believe, is very important, is being able to bring those entities together for that group in particular is important, especially here in the city of Buffalo. What we're finding is in the downtown core, in the areas where historically been warehouses and light manufacturing are now being turned into housing. And what we found is these groups of individuals are choosing not to own a vehicle. Now, it's not that they don't have access to a vehicle, but they're choosing not to own a vehicle, or they choose not to actually buy a vehicle. From my perspective, there's three types of individuals that use public transit. Those are the individuals that are truly transit dependent and they have no other access to public transit. There's the individuals that have access to a vehicle that choose not to use it. And those are those individuals that are mostly your suburban riders and stuff like that. Then there's this third group, and that fits this millennial group, and that's this group that chooses not to buy a vehicle and not to have a private vehicle, but to be able to have access to a vehicle, especially using car share. There's another project that we're working with the car share individuals here in the city of Buffalo, which I thought was pretty good, and it was a project that the executive director, Creighton Randall, here in car share had come up with a number of years ago, and that's basically a combination van pool, car pool. And basically with how that would work is using funding from JARC or any other funding mechanism, but to purchase a vehicle provided to a particular company for individuals that live within close proximity of themselves. They would pick individuals up, go out to the company. At that point, once that van is actually parked, it becomes a car share for individuals that work in, let's say, a major office park, for individuals that need to go run errands during the afternoon. Bring that vehicle back, park it. At some period during the afternoon peak, it becomes a van pool again that would take individuals back to their community. The van is then parked, and then it will become a car share for after the peak period into the evening. I thought it was a rather interesting project, because what you're doing is you're providing mobility for those individuals where they don't necessarily need their own vehicle to actually have mobility to get to work and to run errands. I'm here at this location, Allen Medical Station, which is our transit station here in Buffalo, as well as its relationship to the new Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. There's a lot of synergy that's happening right here. What we have is new children's hospital, we have a new cardiovascular building going in, we have medical office buildings going in, and what's important for this site is the University at Buffalo School of Medicine is actually building right here on top of our station. Our station is going to go away, and the medical school is going to be built right on top. The reason that we wanted to come here today is to talk about some of the things that we're doing from a transportation standpoint in relationship to some of our entities that are doing alternate transportation. For example, car share, bike share, as well as what's happening with alternate transportation modes in the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. Basically what we're doing is developing and promoting an integrated transit and mobility solutions for this area right here. And we're playing an integral part of that process. There are three entities, as I indicated before, that are playing a big part in this process. Buffalo Car Share. Buffalo Car Share, we've been working with ever since their inception just a few years ago. And basically what we're doing is working with them to put their hubs at specific locations. For example, there's one just right off this parking lot. They're located, there's 3 or 4 vehicles that are located right here in close proximity to our station. We're looking at, and this is in development, just came about right now, is a car share, bike share, NFTA Metro monthly pass, combination pass. And basically what that is we're looking to develop a pass that when you purchase your monthly pass, that you also get access to car share and bike share. The other thing that we're doing with car share is we have secured some JARC funding, Jobs Access and Reverse Commute funding, that will support 4 new car share hubs. One of which is located outside of this area, but they've already had one here at the Allen Station. Through the New Freedom program, Car Share is assessing the car sharing needs of people with disabilities specifically in this area and develop models to how to serve that population. So the relationship that we've built and continuing with Car Share is great, and it's a great thing that's happening for specifically right here at the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. Now when we talk about the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus, we're partnering with them to basically promote alternative modes of transportation, because this is going to be an area where a great number of individuals are going to be coming to this location. There's the medical school that's locating here. There's a lot of activity, there's a lot of things that are happening, and what we want to do is play a big part in this process. Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus has a TMA, Transportation Management Associate, as well as a Transportation Demand Management program that we play a part in that. They meet monthly, and basically what they want to do is try to figure out how can they stop single car occupancy from coming into the campus. Now, you come out of the station and you come up and you're right in the medical campus. What we want to do is encourage more and more of that activity. Some of the things that Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus is doing through their what's called Go Buffalo campaign is market and promote the things that NFTA are pushing, public transit use, the rail as well as the bus, in order to improve public transit access into the campus. Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus purchased through their JARC funds and installed many bike racks, and I think that you'll be able to see some of those in action a little bit later at many of our stations. There's about 2 in this location right here, and what we're doing is we're trying to build on that relationship not only with Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus, but also partnering with NYSERDA, as well as attempting and pushing very hard for the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus to assume some of our bike lockers that we abandoned many years ago at the end of our line at South Campus Station and at LaSalle Station. We have 2 bike storage facilities at these locations. Partnering with the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus, we're able to offload that responsibility to them, and what they will do is then offer that to individuals that are using bicycles, store their bicycles at these locations, take the train, and then if they work or have business to do here at the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. In addition, using JARC funds, the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus also built a storage facility not far from here that will house, I believe, maybe about 20 bicycles for individuals that either live around the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus or use our train or buses to get here, and they want to store their bicycles in a safe place. The Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus is trying to encourage the use of public transit through a number of options, and that is their Tri-Transit Pass through the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus program. And basically what it is if you're not unfamiliar with public transit, what they're trying to do is offer you a public transit pass to be used for a month. And what that would do is allow you the ability to get to this campus using public transit, try it, and then hopefully you'll stay on public transit. Once the individual purchases a monthly pass through the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus, they guarantee that you'll be able to either get back to your home if you have to stay late through a guaranteed ride program. So it's basically making sure that you have no obstacles in terms of using public transit as it relates to coming to the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus. The Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus is doing a very innovative thing here in terms of bringing all these different partners together. Buffalo Car Share, Buffalo Bike Share, as well as their transportation demand management. And what they're doing using Jobs Access Reverse Commute funds is building an integrated mobility hub that will be directly across the street from this facility. It's going to be the new medical school, and what's going to be housed in that location is Car Share, all the activities that's associated with that, being able to sign up for Car Share, Bike Share, information on alternative modes for transportation, as well as collateral information that the NFTA will provide. And that will be housed in this building that's located right across the street here. And it will also serve as Go Buffalo, or the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus's transportation demand management program. It will be their headquarters. In addition to those two entities, we have Go Buffalo, which is the bike program for the region. And basically with the bike program, NFTA has partnered to develop an extensive marketing campaign to increase the awareness and encourage the use of bicycles and alternative transportation modes here, not only in the campus but in the region as a whole. With the Go Buffalo program, we've developed individuals that are champions, the individuals that use public transit, individuals that are partnering with Go Buffalo and Bike Share to actually use our system and tell other individuals how important it is not to use their vehicle and possibly use alternative modes of transportation. In addition, the Go Buffalo program, the bike program, will provide bicycle support such as workshops, tools, changing stations, and all that was purchased, and all those programmings was purchased using Jobs Access and Reverse Commute dollars. Now, as I stated before, the reason that we're at this location is because this particular building right now is going to be the home of the new University at Buffalo Medical School. And what you're going to have is an additional 2,000 individuals that will be coming in through this station and into the medical campus. They'll be housed here, but they'll have other activities throughout the medical campus. So an additional 2,000 individuals coming in through this campus. What we're wishing that many of those individuals will be using public transportation to access this facility. Once they're here, we would hope that the integrated mobility hub that's across the street, the individuals will use that facility for Car Share, for Bike Share, and any other activity that would encourage the use of alternative transportation. Thank you.